Now it is.
How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? We got my lovely guest, Zombie Barbie here. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. And the movie we're reviewing today is The Hills Run Red. I know you guys are a little bit confused. I'm wearing a Candyman shirt. She kind of has a Freddy sweater going on over there.
But we match.
Yeah. This wasn't planned, and we're not talking about either one of these gentlemen at all. Talking about The Hills Run Red. Crazy movie. It was like a movie within a movie, which I liked. I was confused through the whole thing. But I was just like, it was different. It was definitely different.
Yeah.
It was a good choice, though. You picked a good one this time. Not that you pick bad ones usually, but I'm just saying this, you know.
And I didn't pick a Nicolas Cage one. That was my first choice. I was like, well, we should do. No, I'm just kidding.
he's in another horror-esque movie that one of my friends wants to do. The Color, I don't know what the hell it is.
Yeah. It's like an H.P. Lovecraft one, isn't it?
Yeah, that.
Yeah, I want to see it. But if it's anything like Mandy, which I'm wondering, because isn't it? I want to say it's the same director, but I could be wrong.
I don't even know. Yeah. I'm going to say this. I'm going to watch it because, like I said, my boy wants to review it. Mm-hmm. I'm not happy about it at all. I don't want to watch it, but I'm going to for the sake of the podcast, and I have to do that. And Nicolas Cage needs to just retire. I'm just going to say it right there.
Never will.
He needs to.
He's going to be like Betty White. He'll be in shit until like he's 100 years old.
I love Betty White. Everybody loves Betty White. She's like
I do too.
She's like everybody's cool grandma. Nick is like, you don't even want to tell people you're related to him if you're related. Like, yeah, isn't that your uncle? No.
I would. I'd claim it. I'd be like, hell yeah. That's my uncle right there.
Like, hell no. I don't even know why he's here.
I'd be like, Uncle, can you buy me a new car?
He's going to give you a long-ass stupid speech.
That's all right. It's a free car.
Maybe. But back to this movie, The Hills Run Red. What made you pick this one?
So my friend, her husband loves this movie. So she's told me about it a few different times, and he absolutely loves it. And so you had wanted Bloody, and I hadn't seen it before, so I didn't really know a whole lot about it. But I had remembered back in the day her saying that it was really fucked up. So I texted her. I'm like, hey, is this movie bloody? Is it gory? She's like, well, yeah, it's gory, but it's pretty fucked up too. She's like, it's kind of gross. And I'm like, all right.
It works.
Yeah, that's what I want.
It works. Yeah, like it started out kind of I was just confused because at first you got the kid, the main character, don't remember anybody's names.
Neither.
Searching for a movie. Which I thought was cool. I'm like, okay, so excuse me. And on top of that, they're documenting it. And like, I like how in the movie, remember when the blonde-haired chick, remember how she was on drugs and all this stuff?
Yeah. And
she was saying about like her father would say like living in a movie, like real life, and just like little things she was saying, like when she was dancing on them. She was like, at least pretend you enjoy it because they're always watching. And like, I like how bits and pieces that just little things like that. And when you watch the whole movie, like towards the end, all that stuff comes back, like with the flashbacks and everything, and it comes back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy shit, this bitch was in it the whole time. You're over here trying to not only figure out the movie, but then you're trying to be a hero and save her. And
she's just a bitch.
Yeah, she's trying to kill
me. She's part of it. Yeah.
Which, I love the twist of that. Like, it was just something. It's something I've never seen that I can't think of that I've seen in a while. And I really enjoyed that.
Yeah. I thought she was weird from the get-go just because, for one, when she said, like they're always watching, I'm thinking, who the fuck is watching? Like, what is it? But what I thought it was more that they knew she was connected to the father that had that lost footage. And so maybe like, I don't know, bad guys had her or, something. I don't know. I wasn't quite sure, but I didn't know she was bad.
That's what I was thinking too, because when she was at the strip club that she worked at, drugged up and everything, I'm thinking, because they had cameras in there, because she looked, when she said everybody's watching, when she was in the red room, like you seen, you seen the camera view. And I'm thinking the owners of the club were the ones that were like kind of controlling her.
Yeah.
And kind of like, we know about her background as far as her father goes, so we need to watch her. But I didn't think it was really her father and like her family technically watching her. It was
Yeah.
It was just weird. It was crazy. Like weird in a good way. It was crazy. And I like how, they left a nice city and like went into the woods. And I like how they threw the little horror, what is it, cliches, is that the right word? In there,
Mhm.
like, don't go alone, have a flashlight, make sure you have a gun, this, that. Like,
Yeah.
I like how they did that kind of stuff in there. And then shit just failed.
Yeah. They
Miserably
had all of it and none of it worked. That's
at
the
all.
shitty thing.
And I was just like, oh my goodness, man, I couldn't wait for action to start. That's one thing I was like, all right. Because for the first half of the movie, he has to convince the girl he's helping her get clean, or at least he thinks he is, and all this other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And his girlfriend, at the same time, the crazy thing is his girlfriend is messing with his best friend.
Yeah, she was a bitch. I didn't like her.
I was like, what made me laugh about that is I remember when they were all walking in the woods, the guys are up ahead, and she seems kind of jealous of the blonde chick. But I'm like, just the
Mm-hmm.
night before, you're fucking his friend. So how are you jealous of this girl?
Yeah.
You're fucking his friend, and what? And like, she was like, well, did you guys do anything? Pretty much. And he was really a perfect gentleman. Like, he didn't mess well. Besides,
Well,
grabbed her titty when she was sleeping.
yeah.
But
Which you don't find out till later.
other than that, I mean, for the most part, like, he helped her get clean from what we saw,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like just there for her every day. But she actually played the trick on him. But it was just, I don't know. It was so cool. Like, I just like how the movie was. I like the atmosphere of that movie. I want to see more. Like, I would like to see something else like that, similar to that at the very least. Not exactly, because they'd fuck it up, but something similar.
Yeah. No, it was the one thing that I thought was funny was so when she was fucking the friend, and then I think he called, right? He called the guy she was fucking, and he's like, okay, be ready in a couple days, and this and that.
Yeah.
And then she's like, well, now we don't have to feel so bad, because she knew he was staying with the girl to get her clean. And it's like, so you felt bad until you found out he was like staying with a different chick, which he wasn't even fucking her, but still.
Not only that, which I mean, if she wasn't messing with the best friend, she would have a right to be mad. But it's like, even if he was messing with that girl, you're messing with his best friend. Like, that's a whole
Bad
other level
friend.
of craziness. And he still tried to save her later in the movie.
Yeah, I would have let her die.
I mean, she did save him too, but I'm just like, this is just. There were so many parts in that movie where I thought that, like, okay, this has to be the end, which I like that. This movie wasn't too predictable, which I did like that too.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of horror movies, you see them, you're like, okay, well, that guy's the killer. This person's going to survive, and this is what's going to happen. But with this, no.
Yeah.
It just threw me for a freaking loop.
Yep. And then her being the mother is what really.
Oh, of the beast
Of the
dude,
big,
right?
creepy dude. Yep.
I forgot about it. And it was her father's child?
Yeah.
God, that's disgusting.
Yeah. So gross. So she had the kid when she was 13 because the dad raped her, remember? So that's why the boy is so big. Like why she looks so young and the boy looks so old is because she was like a child when she had him.
Yeah, and his face was all messed up because didn't he cut his face off and then put which I don't know how he survived. It's a movie though, people. And then stitched on the baby face thing.
Yes.
And now I get it. Now, because this wasn't clicking with me last night. I'm glad you mentioned that part because I remember when the father's talking about 13 and 13-year-olds or something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, but it didn't click that her father raped her and had a baby with her.
Yeah.
And which is just fucking wild and nuts, but
yeah,
that's besides the point. And now that you tell me, I'm just like, wow, that takes another freaking twist. So everything about this movie I liked, minus the incest. Let's throw that in the garbage.
Yeah, that part was gross.
But at the same time, hear me out, people. It worked in a sense of like the quote unquote people of the woods, backwoods type of people as far as that rumor go. You know what I mean? As far as that goes for those type of people. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that is real. I'm just saying, you know how people in the woods, sister, blah, 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 all that nonsense.
Yeah. For those woods people,
Yeah.
It's kind of normal.
But I like the gore in it, and I liked how, okay, remember when the guys came to rob them? When they're all in the woods, they kidnapped them or whatever? Mm-hmm. I liked how I thought it was her brother. Her brother's son came out and saved the day.
Her brother's son?
Yeah.
Her brother's son.
He like kind of came out and saved the day and killed those guys. And how was it I think it was the friend, the best friend. He picked up one of the shells from the shotgun, and he's like, they're just blanks. So he thought that it was just all fake and staged throughout the whole, till he got caught up.
Yeah.
And I just like how it kind of gave you that feeling. You're like, okay, what the hell is going on? Or do some of these people think they're in a movie, and then the rest are really getting killed? Like my mind was just racing. Like, okay, what's going on? What's going to happen next? What's going to happen next? And again, I loved it. I really freaking enjoyed this shit.
Yeah, it was good. So the girl that played the girlfriend that was fucking the best friend or whatever. Have you ever watched that show Salem?
Salem, the new one, or the bits and pieces? Because my wife watches it. It's on Netflix, right?
Yeah. So she plays Mary.
Sabrina. What's the name?
Sabrina's on there too, but
I'm probably confused.
It's just called Salem, and so it's based on the Salem witch trials and all the witches back then. So she's the main witch. Mary. He wanted to say Mary Riley, but I don't think that's right.
Mary Poppins.
Not Mary Poppins. I think it might be Mary Riley. I can't remember, but she's like the main character. Because I'm like, God, that chick is so familiar. So I started IMDbing to see who everybody was.
I got to start doing that more often. With this podcast, I got to be a little bit more professional. At least remember names. At least.
You're like, I don't know who the fuck that was.
I don't remember their names. Excuse me. But I can't make up excuses. I have a computer right in front of me. I have my phone right in front of me. I could easily look it up, but that's too much work.
The one name you never forget?
Nicolas Cage.
Yes.
Which I wish I could forget.
But yeah, I remember the kid's name was Tyler, right? The main guy?
Maybe.
I think that's the only name I remember.
It was... Now, with this kid, was he in the filming? Like, did he want to make a movie? Or he just want to do a documentary about trying to find this movie and watch the movie?
He just wanted to make the documentary because, like, tons of people had tried already to find that lost footage. So he wanted to find it, and he wanted to document finding it.
Real quick, you know what I thought was funny about the movie? Remember when they're going up trying to find... I think they're trying to find the site. I forgot. But they were interviewing the bald guy. The one bald guy.
Bald guy.
What the hell? He was talking about, like, they're just like, asking him questions about the movie. And he's like, yeah, I've seen some of the movie, da 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 da. And they're like, okay, so what do you remember? And he started talking about his car. And the guy were like, cut. And right after they said cut, he starts talking about the movie. She's like, okay, start over. Like, okay, start over. So they let him start over. He starts talking about his car again. He's going into more detail about his car. I was dying. I'm like, oh my God, they got this fool. I don't remember I don't even know the guy's name. As a matter of fact, I think he was one of the guys that came to rob them later. Then you find out that the girl paid them.
Yes. Yep.
He was one of them because she gave him like a chunk of money.
Big old chunk of money.
And like one of his friends, or like, was it two or three people that came after those guys?
I think there were 3.
And tied him up. Yeah.
Yeah. See, and I just thought they were just assholes. I didn't think they had anything to do with her. I thought they were just dickhead locals that wanted to fuck with them.
I thought the same thing. I'm like, I'm thinking maybe they're after the movie too, or maybe they want to kill them because they were talking about raping the girl and all this stuff. And then again, her brother's son comes out of nowhere and saves his sister mom.
Brother's son.
It was entertaining though. Like this is definitely one of those movies I want to sit back and rewatch again once or twice. I definitely recommend the movie. Yeah. And I wish it had more gore to. Oh, speaking of gore, I do wish it had more gore to it. But one scene I remember in the barn, the brown haired chick when she went in the barn, and brother's son was looking for her.
Yeah.
And I remember like the camera pans over to a pile of clothes on the ground. I'm like, okay, man. I'm thinking smart idea. She's gonna hide in there because that's
what I thought.
Yeah, she didn't. So because he eventually goes over there and he's like, oh shit, she's about to get caught. She's about to get killed, and she's hiding in one of those 55-gallon drums of blood.
Just old, nasty fucking blood from all those bodies hanging.
When she came out of that, though, it looked so cool, all the blood all over her. But then I'm thinking to myself, like, she's wasting all this time, like, wiping herself off and changing. I'm like, what are you? Someone's trying to kill you. You're worried about how you look. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, but then you got to think, too, all that nasty. Can you imagine, like, the smell and how, it was all in her face, like, in her eyes and her mouth and
I get wiping your face, but other than that, that's it.
Yeah.
Because at the same time, your life is on the line.
True.
And then when she comes out, at first, I was like, she's gonna get away. But then you see him up on the roof. I'm like, oh, she's done.
Yeah.
She's done.
Yep. See, I thought he was just gonna kill her right then.
So did I, because he came down and knocked her down. When he jumps down, I thought she was gonna be dead because the way he knocked her over, and then it like goes to another scene. But it was very interesting. It was very interesting on top of that, and I'm trying to think of my favorite kill from the movie. I can't remember them. I know there was a bunch of different ones, but I just don't remember.
A lot of the kills were actually in the movie he made. You know,
That's
like when they ripped that chick in half.
That was awesome. I remember how they found the rib cage in the woods, and they're like, "Why is this with hooks?"
Yeah.
Hooked her to her shoulder, put the hooks through her shoulders, tied her legs up, tied her arms up.
Yeah, with barbed wire.
Oh, that I loved. I've never seen that in a horror movie, and I feel like that's like Saw-esque. I don't know if there's any Saw movies, but that was definitely Saw-esque. And I feel that worked great because it's like usually you see people getting tied up with like regular rope or duct tape, or you like barbed wire. The more you move around, it's just gonna dig in you more, which was fucking awesome.
Well, and then remember the part when the brown-haired chick was they had her over that log, brother, son, or whatever, and then she was tied up with barbed wire. And when she took the barbed wire off, I thought she was going to deglove her hand.
Oh, that was
like in Gerald's Game. Did you ever see that?
I didn't, but now I want to see it because.
Oh fuck, it's gross. So she's got a handcuff on in that one, and she does it, and just all of her skin just peels up. So I thought that was going to happen, but it didn't.
That would have been cool too. That would have been real cool.
Probably would have really happened.
Yeah,
if that were real.
And like, but just. This, all right, the best friend, when they had him, they put that thing over his rib cage.
Oh yeah.
And they were just sliced because like and then tightening it in the back, and his stomach was, his skin was like coming through, just slicing. Just it was a really good torture horror movie, and you come to find out that their movie never got finished. The new movie never stopped recording. Like they're just getting more people up there to kill him and torture him, and I'm just like, damn. Like I like how they had the old reels, and you see like 1974 and like a bunch of different years. But I believe I remember 1974. Seen a bunch of different years, and I know we're jumping around. This is what I always do on this show. But towards the end, the one part I did not like was the end when they had the main guy in the wheelchair, like strapped in the wheelchair, and he's watching the movie and he's laughing. The only thing I didn't like about it, I didn't mind that he was laughing because he obviously started to go insane. I just didn't like the way his laugh sounded. It sounded too fake. Instead of like a psychotic, fucked up in the mind laugh, it sounded too fake to me. That's the only part I have a complaint about that I remember, besides the incest.
Yeah. I didn't catch how his laugh sounded. I just thought I didn't like how it just stopped. So it's like, okay, did he die? Did he continue with the movie? Does he work with them? Does he just sit there in the wheelchair and like eventually die? Like, I don't like how they left it where you don't know what happened to him.
Yeah. She did say something about him dying though, or I forgot what she said to him exactly about him dying. Oh fuck, what happened? Because I know he was bleeding a lot. Wasn't he?
He was bleeding, but not that bad because he didn't have anything really torturous done to him.
That's true.
I think he was just bleeding from getting hit because he got hit with the gun a couple of times. I think the brother son guy like threw him around a few times, but he didn't get cut or anything like that.
Yeah, you're right. And I do wish that they even if they would have hinted at a sequel. I'm not saying that I don't know how old this movie is, but even if they could have hinted at a sequel, maybe with him and her being the main two, because her brother son was dead. Her father, her dad was dead. I don't know what else you call him. Her father
baby daddy,
was dead. And like all his friends were dead. So it's like, why not? Yeah. He's nuts. She's nuts. See where this can go. But at the same time, they could have made a sequel and fucked it all up to where it's like, why did they do this?
Yeah. There was something I was going to say about the dad. Oh, no. So the brown-haired chick, so she's pregnant in the end. Who's she pregnant by?
The best friend.
Oh, okay.
Remember? I didn't know she was pregnant in the end.
Yeah, so she's not dead. So I think maybe it's after the credits when it happened. So in the very end, she's tied up and she's pregnant, like big pregnant, and the pretty blonde one is like laying on her stomach singing the song, that Hush Little Baby song.
Oh, I did not. Maybe it was after the credits. I didn't watch for that.
Yeah.
Man, I didn't. But I think it's from actually, you don't even know. It could be from the best friend. It could be from the boyfriend.
Mm-hmm. Or brother son really raped her and we just didn't see it.
Or that. Well, one of the three. But so now with that knowledge, they could have made a sequel, and possibly years down the road where they raised that baby to be how her brother son was, the crazy demented killer.
Mm-hmm.
And who knows? Maybe by then it'd be the brown-haired girl, the blonde-haired girl, the boyfriend if he's still alive, and the baby. That would be like the new quote-unquote family that kind of still having the movie continue.
Yeah, so and a little less incest.
Oh yeah, it would be done by then because brother son's dead, dad's dead, so it's just those three. They're not related. Well, that we know.
Yeah, I know. I know Herbie and the mom really threw me off. I'm like, oh wow.
Yeah, that I don't know how I didn't catch it. I was watching the movie, I'm paying attention. I did not catch that for some strange reason. Maybe I didn't want to.
Yeah. Well, I think the dad said it. I think the guy's name is Tyler. So the dad told him that. He's like, that's her son, and he's like, something about her age and how that could be her son, and he said something about the 13-year-old. She was 13 when she had him. That's
what I remember. Something about him and 13 and just stuff like that, and him talking to the kid, but I don't remember the exact dialogue, I guess. I just didn't catch that, but that makes the movie even crazier.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely makes the movie even crazier.
Well, and then it's like, what is the point in continuing on the movie? Like, why does he want it to go on and on and on and on? Like, what if he's not releasing it? What's the reason?
That's a really good question, because they never really gave you a why he's. I mean, I guess I get kind of why, just to keep killing, but it's like, why keep recording all this stuff? Do you want to be remembered as like a crazy murderer or have the wildest horror movie or killer movie of all time? Mm-hmm. Like, they really didn't get to it. It would be cool if they had maybe a 10-minute backstory as to why he's doing it.
Yeah. Part made no sense, because it's like, okay, so you've done it for the last 30 fucking years. Why?
Yeah. That's time consuming. So it's a waste of time. You could be doing something else, but hey.
Yeah. Well, and then that chick, so how often does she bring people up there to kill? Because, I mean, I'm sure she doesn't bring everybody home from the strip club.
That's true. That's really true, too. But you did see a lot of dead bodies hanging up in that, the garage or in the barn. But were all those people tricked into, hey, you're going to be in this horror movie. We want you to do this, this, and this. But instead of props, they really get killed.
Yeah, that could be too. I don't know. See, a lot of things they didn't answer.
Yeah, they really didn't. It was still, overall, I still really did enjoy the movie. Like, I really did have a great time with this movie. Mm-hmm. I just kind of wish that, hey, how'd you get your zombie Barbie name under that? I got to do that for mine. Search 30.
Oh, when I signed up for Zoom, that's the name I used instead of Rhiannon.
I wonder if I can edit and change that. I know that was random as hell, but I just keep seeing. I was like, wait.
I was like looking. I'm like, do I have something that says my name?
So I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to check that out. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you can edit it.
Okay, good.
I never even noticed that.
I just because I see my name on here. I'm like, wait a minute, why does it say my name right there? And then I see your zombie. I was like, okay, I got it. I did something wrong. Second time using Zoom, people. Second time using Zoom as a host. Still. But what would you rate this movie? 1 out of 10. I don't even know what.
Brother Sons.
Yeah.
1 out of 10 Brother Sons. I would probably say like a 6, just because it kept me entertained. It was an original storyline. Mm-hmm. I mean, it wasn't like the best movie I've ever seen, and I would probably say a 6. It's worth watching again. I did like it, but there's other ones I think that I would rate higher.
Definitely. I do my rating a little different, as you know. I do it like it's the only movie that exists. But like you
Oh.
said, I wish that they told a little bit more as to why they're doing this movie. That right there would have helped a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe like kind of what happened next. Even if they didn't do a whole movie about it, just an extra 10 minutes, like, cut 10, 15 minutes of some bullshit out of this movie, maybe 20 minutes, and put that 20 minutes towards why and
Yeah.
like what's going on next, if anything's going, because something has to be going on next.
Yeah.
So I'll give it a 7. I would definitely rewatch it. I would definitely recommend it. I had fun with the movie. It kept me entertained. Like I didn't get bored with it at all. There was some
Mm-hmm.
slower parts, but there'd be like a slow part here and then something crazy happens. A slow part here and something crazy happens. So it wasn't
Yeah.
like slow through the whole movie. Um, it was fun. Like I said, I had fun with it. I just wish there was a little bit more to it because they had an hour and a half. It was about an hour and 20 minutes. So you had plenty of time.
Yeah. It seemed pretty quick.
It did. Like it didn't seem like a long hour and 20 minutes. I'm saying like throughout that time, they could have told a little bit more of some stuff and taken a couple other things out of the movie, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
Overall, sturdy approved, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But there were some funny parts to it though. I know I laughed with this movie. I always laugh at horror movies though.
I know I laughed too. I just can't remember which parts.
I, d- I don't
And I
remember
know
which
the
parts
dad
either.
is somebody famous. God, let me look it up real quick because he's somebody. He's in a lot of movies.
You know what I didn't see too much in this movie? People
Uh-uh.
falling a lot. Like running and
No,
tripping over nothing,
that's true. They
which is
didn't.
good. Like, I mean, every horror movie you see where they're running from the killer, you just trip over your own feet, trip over, I don't know what the hell these people trip over every damn time. And if anybody fell, maybe once.
Yeah, she got her hair caught. Remember the brown hair chick?
Yeah,
Her
she
hair got
did.
stuck on a tree, but she didn't fall at least.
And then right after that, because the dude comes back to help her, he gets shot in the chest. Well, it's like in
Yeah.
the shoulder more. He thought it was in the chest. And he thought he was dead there.
Mm-hmm.
They bring him to that little torture thing. You see the bullet right here. I like that.
Yeah, that was good. William Sadler is who the dad was. So he was in Die Hard 2, Shawshank Redemption, Iron Man 3, Demon Knight, Green Mile. That's what I remember him from.
He played
Green Mile.
did he play Andy Dufresne from Shawshank?
Let's see.
I'm gonna guess and say yes, but
No,
no. Okay,
that was Tim. That was Tim Robbins.
all right. Well, see,
Andy
people,
Dufresne, Tim Robbins. So what was his name? He played Haywood.
somebody from the prison, maybe.
Maybe. I don't remember that movie too much, but whoever Haywood was,
Okay. Well, I
that was
was
him.
clearly wrong, people. I was way off. I didn't guarantee it though. I just said I think that's who he played. I was wrong.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He's in Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. So The Grudge, Disturbing Behavior. So he was in a lot of good movies.
Yeah, he was, including this one. He was in another good movie.
Yeah. Yeah, this one was pretty good.
And yeah, like I said, fun movie. I'd definitely watch it again. I want to see something, like I said, I do want to see something kind of similar to it, not just alike, but something where maybe somebody's making a horror movie, killing people really, and some people are trying to figure out why these people are missing. You know, why these actors and actresses are missing. Something
Mm-hmm.
kind of similar, but not too similar.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wasn't the Human Centipede 2 like that? Kind of. The guy, I
Watch.
didn't watch it because the first one really fucking grossed me out.
I didn't even watch the first one, believe it or not, just because
Oh,
people said it's like to sewing people together and stuff. That wouldn't bother me, but people were saying it was like that, and it just sucked. I should
it
probably
was
check it
really
out one day.
gross.
I might have watched like bits and pieces.
Yeah, that was one I really, really, really felt gross after that because it was just disgusting. It was so gross. And I love horror, and that really fucked with me.
Yeah.
But I guess the second one, it does it where somebody, so the first one was actually just a movie.
Mhm.
And so this guy is obsessed with the main actress, and I think he tries recreating it, and he kidnaps her and then tries really doing it.
Nice.
Yeah, I didn't watch it though.
Maybe I'll have to go back and watch those movies one day. Maybe.
Yeah, they're pretty gross.
We'll see. It depends on the storyline too, though. I don't mind the grossness, but it has to have at least a decent story, unless there's a lot of blood and guts. That's different.
Yeah, okay, well, when he sews them together and the guy that's at the front of the centipede has to shit in her mouth, that's disgusting.
That's survival.
That's gross. And then the whole time I'm thinking like she can't even swallow because he reroutes everything from sewing them together. So there's just shit sitting on her tongue. So it's just sitting there in her mouth. She can't move. It's just in her mouth.
That's terrible.
Fucking gross.
That's bad. That's funny though.
No, that'd be horrible.
Kind of funny.
Oh, so fucking gross.
So, as me and you know, and some others know, you have a podcast.
I do. Sinister Parlor Podcast.
And what are you going to be doing on your podcast? I know it's a horror podcast. Is it going to be like, actually, just take it away.
So it's kind of just going to be a mixture, sometimes I'll have, regular guests where we just talk about movies, or we choose a few, or we choose a franchise, or, whatever it is. And we talk about the movie. I do have actors and directors and producers and stuff that I have on where we talk about their projects.
Awesome.
Yeah, I do have Christopher Inlow, a friend of mine who I've worked with him as well on some movies. He's an actor. So he's going to part-time co-host with me as well. And then like he's going to bring on some of his people. So last night we had on Melanie Simca, who she does animation. I don't want to butcher it. I don't want to fuck it up, but I know she's done work with Lionsgate.
Nice.
And so she's directed some like David Spade, John Heder, Rob Schneider, Jason Mewes, like tons of people. Okay. Christopher Lloyd.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she's directed all of them. So it's just the ones with Christopher are going to be more just like a sporadic mixture of just random stuff. And then it's just going to kind of bounce around a little bit. So
that's awesome though.
Yeah.
Now, how couple more questions about your show. How often do you record? And then like how often will you be dropping episodes?
So that's going to kind of vary. Sometimes, as of now, I've recorded once a weekend. But like this weekend, I'm having to record twice. So yesterday I did it with Christopher and Melanie. Tonight I'm going to be recording with Shane Terry, who is an actor, and he's super, super cool. So I'm excited about that one. So it just kind of depends on when I can get the guests in. If I need to do it, once or twice a weekend, just once. If I have enough that are kind of saved up in the vault, I guess, I can kind of spread it out if I need to. But I'm planning on releasing every Saturday.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And
so I've just gotten everything kind of together. I got my intro, got my outro, got my artwork, got my pages all set up. So it's like I did all the tedious stuff. So now I got to start editing and releasing.
Yeah. Now, all right. Excuse me. Do you know what platforms you'll be? I know you're going to be on YouTube because you're going to be using Zoom as well.
Yes.
But what other platforms, like say if somebody can only hear audio, say they're at work, like I can only listen to the audio portion of it, I can't have the video up, or you're gonna have it on like Spotify or any of those type of platforms? I can't think of the other ones.
Yeah, so it'll be on iTunes, Spotify, I think it's on iHeartRadio. Okay. You can go to Anchor FM, it'll be on there. Anchor hits like 8 different platforms, but I'm not sure all of them because some of them I've never even heard of.
Yep. Similar with me with Podbean, it hits the major ones and then like a bunch of ones that are just like sprinkled down.
Yeah, ones that I've never even heard of. So the major ones would be iTunes and Spotify.
That's awesome though.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah, I'm super excited.
Can't wait to check it out.
Yeah, so first one will actually air this Saturday. So what is that, March 7th?
No. Okay, nice.
Yeah, March 7th. So that'll be my first one.
That's the episode you did last night, or you did previous?
This is I did this one with Johnny Daggers. So he is owner of Dagger Vision Film. He's musician, artist, actor, director, model. He's one of the very first podcasters ever.
That's really cool.
Yep. So back in the day, he was one of the very first ones. He used to have magazines. Like he does everything.
That's awesome though. That's real cool. And like I told you before we started recording, the little girl I had, her name is Johnny. Monkey Vader is her YouTube channel, which I will get you in I'll give you I'll email you her mother's email or whatever. I'll let her mother know you're going to contact her or whatever the case may be. But I'll,
Okay.
so you guys can contact each other. But I really think she'd be good on your show. She's like a ball full of energy. She loves horror movies. She's only 8, which I think is
That's
freaking
cool.
amazing. And she's going to be in a movie. Again, I forgot what it's called. But with the guy from Happy Death Day, the guy who everybody thought was the killer. Rob, I know his first name's Rob. I forgot his last name. But yeah, and I just don't feel like grabbing my phone and looking it all up right now. But like, yeah, I think she'd be really cool on your show. And
yeah,
other guests, but I'm not going to say every single damn guest you should have on there. I could be behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But that was just like, because I just recorded with her yesterday. So that was like one that really stands out. And more kids need to watch horror anyway. So, hey.
Yeah, that's awesome. I started watching horror when I was 5 years old. So it's cool whenever you see that they're getting started young. I'm like,
that's what I was saying.
Good mom right there.
Yes, that's great parenting. Her mother and her father. Because I was saying that yesterday. I was like, I started watching horror movies between the ages of 5 and 7. And I was like, nowadays, you really don't see little kids, like kids around that age into horror.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I mean, yeah, you see them at cons and stuff dressed up, but you don't really see them in the horror. And then having the knowledge that she has of these movies and like just
really?
Just talking about a couple different movies and remembering all this stuff. I'm like, that's awesome. Like she's seen, I mean, I'll throw one out there that I remember. She's seen Terrifier. Like you've seen how wild and gory that was. And she loved that movie. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So it's just like, I'm like, this is so refreshing that generation hopefully is going to be bringing on more horror and stuff. And
yeah,
she actually wrote a letter to Blumhouse too. She read it on the show yesterday, which I thought was cool. Said she wrote him a letter, emailed him and all this stuff. I was like, that's awesome.
That's super cool.
It is. It really is. And I support that kind of stuff. I think hell yeah. Amazing.
Well, good for her. Yeah, that'd be great. I've never had a kid on the show, so that would be pretty cool.
That was my first time. I know my little cousin wants to come on to do a movie, which we got to do that one of these days.
Aw, that'd be really cool.
Yeah, he's not 8 though. He's 12. He's a jerk. I love him. He's a jerk. He's not really into horror like that though. Like he likes some movies here and there. Like he wants to do the new Child's Play with me, so I told him we could do that.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah.
But he's not like a deep fan. You know, he's not like a huge, which is fine.
Mm-hmm. See, my daughter loves horror, but because I mean, I started her early too. She was probably like 4 or 5 when we first started watching movies. And I remember the one I remember was, which is not really horror, but it was, I guess, scary, was Interview with the Vampire.
Okay.
And so we watched it, and the only thing she said about it was, remember when he kills the girls like on his couch? I think he like, I can't remember if he slices the wrist or the neck or whatever, and so there's blood everywhere. And she's like, "Oh, she bled all over his couch." I was like, what?
That is a pain to clean.
Yeah, she bled all over his couch.
Concerned. Would you have her on your podcast, or is this like, "Mom, I'm too cool to be on your show" type of deal? Is she at that age?
I've gotten her involved in like some of the projects I've done in the past, and it's just not her thing. She loves horror, but she's not one that really wants to do it. Like I made her be in these little shorts and stuff, and she's like, "I don't want to do it." I'm like, "You need to do it because this is what I'm involved in, so you have to do it." And she's like, "I don't like doing this. That's your thing, Mom." So I mean, I might try to get her on just to see if she'll do it, but
I hope that's on video because that's going to be hilarious.
She'll be all like rolling her eyes the whole time. This is so stupid.
Yep. But that's cool though. I mean, I really, as far as podcasting goes, as you know, it's addicting. It's like a freaking drug. It's so freaking fun.
It is fun.
And I'm glad you have your own show.
Me too. I'm
on that.
Yeah, thank you.
Knock it out the park.
It's nice. It's fun. It's refreshing.
It is. It is. It can be a pain as far as like, as you know, the recording and then getting it out. It can be a pain, but once it's out there and people are like, "Oh, I heard your show. It was fun, funny. I love your energy." Like, okay, I'm gonna keep doing this. I mean, I'm gonna do it regardless, but it gives you that extra motivation. Yeah, definitely. And it's just fun, to have guests on and hear, either what their favorite films are or what got them into horror. And even, when you get the filmmakers or the actors on, it's cool to hear, the projects they've done and what went on behind the scenes. It's just fun. I really like it. Okay. I know you got to record soon, so we can wrap this up. Plug your Facebook page, your Facebook group. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Okay. That.
That thing. So you can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Sinister Parlor Podcast, but Parlor is Parlour podcast.
Mhm.
So YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. You can also, my kind of personal business page, I guess, it's Zombie Barbie. Well, Rhiannon Nicole, Zombie Barbie. That has my podcast, some of my past work, and it also has my books on there. So I have my 2 books out now, Broken Halo and Broken Halo Blood Curse. You can find them both on Amazon.
Nice.
Those were released by Crazy Ink Publishing.
Nice.
Yeah.
One more question for you.
Yes.
I know you see this Candyman shirt. Did you see the trailer? 2
Yes.
questions. And what did you think?
I fucking loved it. I can't wait to see it. I'm excited.
I have to, like, I did enjoy the trailer, don't get me wrong. I have to, because I want to do a trailer review.
Mm-hmm.
I have to watch it a few more times to really, like, dive into it. But I did enjoy the trailer. I can't wait to see the movie. Like, that's something I have to go see in theaters. Maybe the weekend of. I hope there's not a lot of loud black people there. That's what I'm afraid of. So I'm probably going to go in the morning, around like 11 o'clock in the morning.
Did you say a lot of loud black people?
Yes.
I got a story about that. So when I lived in Florida and Halloween, was it Resurrection that had Busta Rhymes in it?
Yes.
Okay. It was terrible, but oh my gosh, every scene that he came on, because I mean, I'm in Florida, so it was, the whole theater was all black people. I was probably the only white person
crazy.
there.
Florida's nuts.
Fucking loud. It was like screaming. This one girl's going, Busta, Busta, and she's like yelling. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah,
they were excited.
they were. Now it's more like it's every race, obviously, but it's just like now it's some punk ass teenagers. So I'm hoping this movie's rated R.
Fuck yeah. And
again, like usually when my wife and I go to the movies, we'll go around like 11 o'clock in the morning. 1, it's cheaper, which is great. And then 2, the theater's damn near empty. And the kids usually want to go around the evening or nighttime, the cool time. The cool kids go in there.
Yeah.
I don't have to deal with that riffraff.
Yep.
I
will pick all the times when there's not going to be fucking kids there because so many movies have been ruined from teenagers. It pisses me off.
I get madder every year.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
I can't do this.
Yeah. I almost fought this girl once, and I don't know how old she was, but I almost fought her.
See, and I don't want to do that because I don't want to fight anymore, and 2, it'd be really embarrassing. Like if I got beat up by a teenager in front of my wife. On top of that, like that's, I just,
yeah, that would suck.
Away. You gotta walk away.
You're like, I was taking it easy on him.
Yeah,
he's a minor.
Exactly. But thanks again for coming on.
Yeah, thank you.
Definitely gotta do this again. Another review.
Yeah. Well, I have you next Saturday, right? You're coming on my show.
What are we doing?
I don't know. We got to figure it out.
We'll decide. What? We don't have to talk about that while we're recording.
No.
But yeah, everybody definitely go check out everything she mentioned. Go check out her stuff. Go check out her channels, her YouTube, her Instagram, her Facebook. When her show comes out, I know it's gonna be awesome. I've had her on here before plenty of times. I seen her on her old podcast, but this is going to be just as good. It's going to be better because it's going to be her energy. Just watch out for it.
Thank you.
And as always, I'll see you in your nightmare.